What's going on, my Latin ones? It's your boy MoashDMC, and we back again. Today is the first time in a long time we actually did a full face cam video. I'm excited for it, but today we're going to be talking about the side pieces, the side characters, the people who are in the shadows, but they have the main stage too in Wano. Mainly speaking of two very intriguing people right now, Caribou and Marco, and what are their next steps, and what are they going to do? To me, let's start about with Caribou. Right now, Caribou came in clutch. I originally thought Luffy was going to go to the flower capital and get meat in order to recover, but the fact that Caribou with his swamp fruit had a month of food stored inside him, perfection. You know what's crazy to me? The last time we saw Luffy like that in the stealth version was Tank Man. And the fact that right now he's in Tank Man, it can go one of two ways. One, he digests all the food and then goes to fight Kaido. Or two, he goes to Kaido still in his stealth version, but we get to see Tank Man, but not the stealth version. The reason why is because when he ate Cracker, he was many times bigger than he is right now. But if he doesn't digest his food, maybe he stays in that Tank Man and goes to fight Kaido. And I would love to see Kaido's reaction when he sees Luffy pull up in his literally stealth version. My man was laughing at him after. He's like, gum, what? That was a terrible Kaido laugh, but we're going to keep it pushing. I would love to see it. And one thing I want people to realize is Momonosuke could barely control his dragon form before. He can barely control even the transformations. Momonosuke, if he's aged, can become an adult dragon. You guys gotta remember, Kaido as an adult dragon is humongous. If Momonosuke is aged, he turns older, not only is he going to be a kid in an adult's body, won't be able to control his dragon form fully. His dragon form is going to be huge. Everyone around him will be on that dragon. Caribou, Jean Bart and the Heart Pirates, Shinobu, Luffy. When Momonosuke transforms, they're all going to be in that dragon. And now we get to see Onigashima 15 minutes away from the flower capital. I love it. Now it starts the clock. The thing about One Piece and their fights are, it's always a clock. There's always a clock in one way, shape, or form. With Alabasta, it was the bomb. With Dressrosa, it was the birdcage. It's always a clock. Now it's Onigashima, like 15 minutes until, it's about to drop on the flower capital. So what's going to happen? Momonosuke is going to fly up, bring Luffy to Kaido. Yes, final battle is about to begin. This is what we wanted. But what happens after that is the interesting part. What is Caribou going to do? Caribou stuck on Momonosuke. What is he gonna do? And this can go a couple ways, right? Caribou already knows about Shirahoshi, Poseidon. Caribou will now know about Momonosuke being a dragon, the same dragon that Kaido is. A lot of information. Caribou holds a lot of information in his head. CP0 is there. Interesting. CP0, what you gonna do, man? Caribou's main objective is I want to leave Wano safely. I could leave with Luffy. The way he talks about it when he was hiding behind a tree, he was betting his money on Luffy. He was betting that Luffy's going to win, and he was not even questioning Luffy's going to win. What is he doing down here? Luffy needs to get back up. He gave him all his food. He's completely invested in Luffy. So maybe he struck a deal with CP0, but I don't like that. I don't like that thought of him striking a deal with CP0 after he already showed his passion, or not the passion, but like his overall conviction in choosing Luffy to win against Kaido, of all people. Remember, it's not just the fact that Luffy needs to win, is that he said Luffy needs to win against Kaido. I don't think he said he needs to win, but at the same time, he talked about Luffy he talked about Luffy not losing, and the fact that it's talking about Kaido as an opponent says it all. But one thing I really want to happen, now that Caribou is right there with Luffy, is Caribou to eat Onigashima. See, in this last chapter 2022, we not only saw Caribou shocked, we saw Luffy full. The chapter before, Caribou mentioned that his swamp fruit was bottomless, and then we saw Onigashima always depicted as eating the town. To me, that speaks wonders. If Momonosuke can hold up Onigashima, because remember, Momonosuke's going to be in his dragon form, he may be able to use flying clouds to hold Onigashima up. At the same time, Momonosuke is a child in an adult's body. He won't be able to hold it up for long. That's me personally. He may be able to keep transporting it over the flower capital into somewhere else, but even that's a stretch. So wouldn't it be amazing to see? The thing is, we don't really know how it is inside of Caribou's swamp fruit, right? Imagine all of Onigashima being eaten by Caribou. The bottomless swamp fruit eats all of Onigashima before it lands. I talked about this before. People say it's a stretch, but I like the idea. Caribou, the real Caribou in real life, the reindeers. I forgot what they're called. One of the two. They are reindeers. They're from the Arctic area, but they're in 24-hour darkness. Wano in itself is in a darkness, right? The Koizumi clan took over. The darkness of Orochi and Kaido reign. The new dawn needs to be brought. Raizo mentioned it again in this chapter. The new dawn. Caribou, always in darkness. Luffy, the new dawn. Momonosuke, the new dawn. The Shogun. I love it. Caribou's eyes are always in darkness. Caribou's main traits is the fact that his eyes have the same thing as Mihawk and Iin-sama and Zunisha. Love it. Caribou's eyes said to be in 24-hour darkness. Caribou eating all of Onigashima. Love it. The Ikuji folklore, Japanese folklore. It would hold ships in place for 2 to 3 days. But it's an eel. Eel, swamp, Momonosuke, eel, it fits. Momonosuke is an eel. Caribou is basically a swamp. I think eels are in swamps. I may be completely off kilter with this one, but I think it's a thing. So I see Caribou's biggest role in this whole story is saving the flower capital. And post that, because he believed in Luffy to even fight and win against Kaido, I think Caribou may join the Straw Hats. I know it's far-fetched. I know people like, you're crazy, man. Not only will we have a Logia, check mark, we have a Logia on the squad now, but a broken Logia in Caribou, the same person that saved all of Wano, all of people in the flower capital, basically. And it goes a step further. People say that Caribou looks like Rocks in the silhouette. He has a big X across his chest. The back, I get it. Interesting. But Caribou Swamp Fruit has shown its negative, not its negative side, it's shown its power in Fishman Island arc. But now, we're going to see it used for good. We already saw it used for good a little bit with him eating, having food for Luffy, but now let's see it eat all of Onigashima. That is interesting. But moving to the man, the myth, the legend, the one with the mythical fruit, Marco the Phoenix. One thing about the Phoenix is that the Phoenix always rises from the ashes, right? An interesting note is that they talk about the Whitebeard pirates accepting death. And then they talked about, before, Kaido said the same exact thing to Kinemon. One thing about warriors is that they fail to accept defeat when it rises. Same thing with the Whitebeard pirates. They failed to accept defeat. They went back after Blackbeard and they lost again. Now Blackbeard's like slaughtering them, going here and there. And then Weevil's trying to go find Marco and get the treasure or get the money back from Whitebeard. I get it. But the fact that they mentioned Marco stepping aside, leaving the stage for the other people. Marco can go a couple ways. Marco can go to the roof and fight Kaido, which I think he will. I originally didn't think so, but now I am so hell-bent that he's actually going to do it. And the reason why is because Marco is going to leave. Marco could go fight Big Mom again. Don't want that to happen. There's no point. There's no real like interest in Marco going to aid Law and Kid. You know, the interesting thing with Killer and Kid that and Hawkins, that's pretty interesting. We have to see more of Hawkins. And that's another character I want to talk about, Hawkins. But what Marco's going to do is do the same thing Kaido was pissed off about and the same thing King and Queen mentioned about Marco. They fail to accept death when it's right there. And I think Marco is going to go and save the Scabbards. Remember, Marco has a ties to some of them. Marco has a ties to Toki. Remember, we still know who the mysterious figure is, and that's why I find it even more interesting. Because if Marco does go and run into the Scabbards, it also runs into the same mysterious figure that saved him the first time, and it ends up being Toki. It opens a whole bunch of stuff. 1, Marco knows Toki. 2, Marco wants to help Oden and his retainers. And 3, they're bringing them back. And the thing about Raizo's statement saying that we're already ghosts, but we still want to see the new dawn brought to Wano is so interesting because there were so many theories. I even made some myself that, spirits and souls and shadows, all that stuff is going to come back and play a factor in Wano. And it still may. Like, Moria still may come. Souls and spirits still may come with the Fire Festival celebrating and honoring the Day of the Dead. Still may happen. But the 9 ghosts is still, now it's like shown to us that yes, the 9 ghosts are literally the Scabbards. Like before we knew it was the Scabbards. Like we had the thought like, yes, the Scabbards. But we also thought that, spirits and souls coming back, which like I said, they might. But now we have almost a confirmation like, the 9 ghosts that everyone was talking about is still the Scabbards. And even though they're not really fighting Kaido, they're still going to play a big major factor in the whole defeat or the whole like finishing or conclusion of the arc. And that's going to happen because of Marco. Marco's going to save them. And the thing with Zoro, right, was that Zoro got pissed off when he saw Kiku's arm. If Marco goes and sees the dead Scabbards everywhere, strewn about, Marco's going to get pissed off too. We haven't seen a pissed off Marco in a while. In a long time. And it may be a thing of Toki asking for help. You never know. We haven't seen a pissed off Marco in a long time. Actually, I don't think we've seen a pissed off Marco before with Squad. We've seen it. But he's going to bring back or save the Scabbards in one way, shape, or form. He's going to keep them alive just long enough to see the new dawn brought to Wano. Chico talked about it. They said Don't worry about it. I mean, Izo talked about, don't worry about it until the morning comes. We'll discuss it when the time is right. So Marco's job, the fact that he's leaving the live floor now, he's gonna save the scabbards. People are like, how is Kanema still gonna be survive? How is Kanema gonna stay alive? Because of Marco. Marco's gonna keep him alive. And because Marco's gonna keep him alive, let's do it in the alchemist way. You gotta do equivalent exchange. Marco keeps Kanema and them alive. They may die later on, but because he keeps them alive, that's the very reason why Marco's gonna die. I think Marco's as a character, it's time to end it. Like, yes, we want the White Bay Pirates to continue. They will come. The remnants of the White Bay Pirates will come. Vista and all them, they will. Whitey Bay, they're gonna be here later on. But Marco, having him brought back, not happening. Someone else getting his fruit, very interesting, may happen. But I think it's the end. I think it's the end of we see Marco. And the thing is, where does his devil fruit go? And that's the interesting thing, right? And the interesting thing to me is that I'm starting to believe that instead of Kaido's mythical zone fruit going in Zoro's sword, it's going to be Marco's. Zoro's sword is going to end up being Marco's. And it may even be his Wado Ichimonji. That he's going to get 2 black blades and 1 devil fruit blade. I think it fits. The blue fire from when he fought Ryumo, that was way back when, fire and dragon blades, but all his pound phoenixes. Think about it. One of Zoro's main weakness is that he accumulates too much damage in his fights. And how broken would Zoro be? How broken would Zoro be if now he has a regenerative? I mean, Chopper's a doctor, but had a regenerative sword, not regenerative sword, but a sword that has the ability to heal things around him, including himself. Broken, absolutely broken. But the thing is, I think Marco does die, and I think the devil fruit goes to the Alliance, and that means by Alliance, I mean Zoro, I mean the Straw Hats, or someone that's related to them and wants to help them, or it goes to someone evil. But the thing, if it goes into someone evil, I don't think it's going to be anyone from Wano, specifically from Wano. It has to be either the Grand Fleet members, which they're coming back, either the Grand Fleet members, or someone on the Straw Hats. Could be Usopp. I don't like it. Zoro's sword, love that idea. And last but not least, let's talk about Hawkins. The thing about Hawkins that I love so much now is that Hawkins is Hawkins. Like before, we were like, okay, he has a straw fruit, he reaches tarot cards, he's mysterious, he's a psychic, this and the third. He can take lives, had multiple lives, this and the third. But at the end of the day, now we see that Hawkins is a sadistic mofo. Hawkins enjoys torturing people. He enjoys it. We got to see Hawkins in a 1v1 fight and actually see him get to express his abilities and his strategies and the things and the thought process that he has. He's enjoying messing with Killer and Kid. Remember, Killer already can't even express his true emotions. Couple that with Hawkins actually torturing him by using his own captain's soul, basically. Own captain's life against him. Amazing. What is left for Hawkins? Hawkins has his tarot cards. Hawkins can read predictions. Hawkins has a 92% chance that Killer dies. What's interesting about that is because Hawkins has a plan. Hawkins is so meticulous. Like Law always has a plan. I think Hawkins always has a plan, just like Law. Sometimes he may lose, sometimes he may fall, but at the same time, I think he still has a plan. And he enjoys it. He enjoys things falling in place. And that's why I think the side characters of Wano are going to be hitting so different right now. We're going to get Yamato hitting. We're going to get Marco hitting. We're going to get Caribou hitting. We're going to get Momonosuke hitting. The reason why I say the side characters are not main characters because the main characters right now are the Straw Hats. They are on full display. They just took down the Tobi Roppo members. Zoro and Sanji about to take down King and Queen. They're on full display. Side characters are people who are not right now in the main spotlight. Yes, we all love Momonosuke. Yes, Momonosuke is supposed to be Shogun. But at the same time, he's not in the main forefront of everything. Momonosuke's having his side mission moments. Reading the journal, voice of all things, telling about Luffy, saying I am Kazuki Momonosuke, all that. Yes, it's in the main part of the story, but there's all side to what's really happening. Momonosuke's gonna jump into the main fray right now, turn into an adult. But right now, it's the side characters who are like, yeah, this is interesting. Caribou, what you gonna do? Marco, what are you gonna do? Hawkins, what's your game plan, man? You gonna take down Killer? You gonna take down Kid? What's your game plan? I'm interested. I'm invested. But Marco becoming part of the Straw Hats because of Zoro's sword, I like it. Love that idea. Caribou eating the Onigashima, love it. Hawkins just literally just doing things to mess with people from now on, love it. Because you know what? It may happen again. It may not be the only time. It may happen again with Kaido. It may already have happened with Kaido. We don't know. That's the thing. That's the crazy part. Remember how Usopp with Bullet? It took a time for his I forgot what attack name, but it took a time for the attack to set off. Maybe Hawkins has already had his contingency plan against Kaido. He already has Kaido's life in him already. Who knows? But for now, we're gonna move. Side characters in Wano are taking the main stage, and I love it. I love it. But anyway, like I said, the end. Oh, messed up. We go again. But like I said, at the end of every single video, leave a like, hit the subscribe button, and the bell button to come back next time and remain enlightened, young. Wow, I just butchered that whole thing. I'm gonna do it one more time though. Like I said, at the end of every single video, hit the like button, hit the subscribe button, and the bell button to come back next time and remain enlightened, y'all. Peace.